Okay, so let's talk about this program that just came out not too long ago. I know a couple people, at least three, Abe McCree, I think Bolo did one, and maybe somebody else I'm missing right now. But anyway, CoProducer with Output. Output makes some cool products that allow you to use in your songs. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they are all products that are royalty free. Okay. So here's the new one. It's in beta. It's free. So that's a good thing, right? Free is always fun. I don't know how long it's going to be free because I don't know how they support it if it's that way. But either way, it's free. You do have to have a login for Output. But what's cool about this one is that you can use it on your phone. Two Shots. I just did the videos recently with twoshots.app. That one is amazing too. But this one I do like. One of the things about this one is it generates packs. So when I say packs, I mean there's parts in there that there's obviously the stems that you can use, but there's also all these other parts that exist within there. And these packs are kind of loaded. So here's a look at it. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. See right about there. It gives you a prompt. It tells you examples. Enter that you can enter in. Like, for instance, simple, heavy synth drone with only a simple hi-hat loop on top. Key of, and then you put a comma, key of my B minor, comma, 80 BPM. So use the commas to differentiate, I guess, what you're trying to get it to do. What's really cool about this, y'all, I really love the random. So let's say you want to hit a random, look, they'll give you cool, chill vibes at Venice Beach, or hit it again. Lo-fi beats with orchestral elements. Soothing ambient music with spacey flutes and soft synths, 74 BPM G minor. I'm going to try, let's just try that one. Let's just see how it works. So I'm going to put in, I'm going to lower that. I want to go with like 68 BPM. And instead of doing G minor, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go, let's do B Dorian. I'm going to test it. Dorian. Okay. Let's still generate. All right. So you'll see it generates 4 packs at a time. And what it allows you to do is, while it's analyzing or assembling them together, I'm going to talk about it. What it allows you to do is you can download all these packs, right? And this is royalty free. It's supposed to be just AI generated stuff. And then you can turn around and use it. So here we have 4 packs. They give you 31 seconds of each to preview. And you can listen right here, and then you can download the pack if you want it. So let's just listen to a few. Let me see if I have. I think it's playing. I'm not sure what it's playing through. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Let me make sure audio's set up. Let me turn on this. There we go. Should be coming through center speaker. Output. Okay, let's play it again. See if it. Okay, you can. There you go. It's really soft, but listen. So if you like it, you can thumb up or thumb down. That way they don't give you something so similar to that. So let's say I do like these two pretty good. Let's see this. This one's pretty good. It does really well with this ambient stuff. Ooh, I like that one too. All right, so let's say you like one. You go ahead and hit download. It's going to download it. Now, I think the first time you download, because I've done it a few times now, it'll ask you where you want to put the pack. So you got to give it a location. I usually save all my stuff to my external hard drive. I don't save it on the actual computer. That's just me personally. It doesn't matter. Or if I'm on the phone, then I'll save it sometimes to the cloud. So you'll see I have a pack called Sample Packs, and it names it whatever soothing ambient music / whatever ever it's gonna put. So there you go, boom, and then you can open up the pack if you want, and there it is. Before I open it up, let me just clean up this so it doesn't get confusing. Clean up my name. Okay, there it is. So in the pack you get track stems. Now these are the ones you heard, so they have a mix of the two stems. And then this is in the key of, they put it in B minor, even though I said Dorian, but whatever. So here's the flute by itself. There's a synth pad, which I don't hear, but here's it together. I apologize in advance if this is low. I'm not sure why I'm not hearing this. Let me see if let me try something here. See if I can get this to work. Okay, hold on 1 second. I want you to be able to hear it. And we'll do something different, something that's not as quiet as that. Let me just play. There we go. Yay, fixed it. All right. Let me go back in here. All right, so there's your track stems. Here's the sample pack. So you'll see there's flute and then synth pad. It's basically the same thing, but they give you all these different variations. And I'm not sure if this is where they drew the idea from or not. It's just, some of them sound the same. But what's cool about the sample pack I like better is that you could take so these work great with koala too. I did recently, I should have posted that. I didn't post that one, but I did a beat with using some of the samples from here. And you can chop them up, do whatever you want. It's pretty cool. So add to it, obviously. I'm not a big, do I sample? Yes, sometimes, but I usually don't like sampling like a whole thing I like to take parts, bits and pieces of stuff. So I'm going to delete this one because this is not something I want. This was just an example. So give me a second there. All right, so if you don't, let's say you didn't like any of these packs, you could say keep exploring, replace the above for new packs using the same prompt. So that's if you want to use the same thing, so you can just hit it. And I'll do it one time for you. Let you see. Takes a second, you have to wait it out, but you're waiting for a whole sample pack, as you can see. It's not like just sampling. So let's say you need drums, you could do that. You can get some drums. You could get whatever you want. And this is pretty much like, this is the one to me. Like as far as being able to get just about anything you can think of. Ooh, that's loud. So one thing I have to do here, if we're gonna do this, is I gotta turn the speaker down. So I don't blast your eardrums. That's kind of cool. So there you go. So that's something on the that was the random. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to type in bossa nova drums. Just something simple. And I'm going to generate 4 packs. And you just keep doing this as much as you want. Since these are drums, there's no real, I guess I could have put a tempo, but I'm just looking for something to get inspired, right? That's the goal. To me, if you're using samples, most of the time you're looking for something to get you inspired to. It's no different than when you go and listen to a song on a radio or a record player or whatever you have, you listen to music, and that song just inspires you to go play, right? Or to go do something, make some music. All right, so. be a fan. I'm gonna be a truthful person here and say I don't like any of those. Jazz. Let's put in there. Let's put the word jazz in, and let's. What can we do here? I'm gonna put slow. Because when I think of bossa nova, I generally think of kind of mellow, slow jazz. Maybe I could have put a tempo to let it know what I want. What I'm hoping that it was doing is going to create me a pack with some drum hits in there. But I need to put one shots if I'm going to do that. That way it would be, otherwise it's probably just going to give me some whatever rando stuff. All right, let's see what it comes up with. There we go, that's a little better. This is weird, but I like it. Didn't mean that weird. So this isn't exactly what I was hoping for, so I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go slow jazz. Oops, I guess I took jazz drums off. I'm going to just try something. Instead of telling it a style of music, which is what I was trying to do, I'm just going to say slow jazz drums. Let's see what it comes up with, and we'll try it out. So in the meantime, this is what it does. You've seen, I showed you a one pack, how it generates those sounds. Then you go in and save those sounds, and you can use them later in your songs. You may not use everything in the pack. That's perfectly fine, but this is okay. That bass is thick. I don't hear no drums though. Let's try this. Let's go one shot. Let's try to generate it with one shot. See if it'll give it to me. I'm hoping that it does. But usually some people will just take a drum break and chop from the drum break. See, like here, funky drum break with dirty. So you could just do a drum break and then chop from there if you want to get them. But if you don't feel like doing all that, I'm trying to see if it will just give you some one shots to make it. Let's see what this is. All right, for this purpose, let's go ahead and download it. Oh, I like that upright bass. I like this one too. Let's download both of these. I'm gonna leave, I might as well. We'll download all three. All right, so you can download up to 4, and then you go into your sample, same principle, save. Going to prompt you to save each time you do it, of course. We'll take a look at this one to see what we have if they do one shots in them. I did put that on there. Let's see how it works though, and then save the last one. All right, and then I'll just go up here and go into this so I can get to the pack quick. All right, go into that one. So obviously you have the stems. There's an upright here. There's a drum kit, a little piano chords. So let's see, it made a drum kit. Let's see what it sounds like. So these are drum, this is more like, interesting. So these are like drum stems that you can, or breaks rather, that you can sit and chop up. That's exactly what it did. It didn't really give me the one shot sample pack. So you would still have to, that's a sample pack. You would still have to chop them. But that's not a big deal, right? You can throw it in there. You can hear how everything's loose enough, or everything's spaced out enough to where you could grab your hi-hat, your kick, and your snare off of. And then these are these three mixed together, so it gives you that. All right, let's try one more. See what it does here. So the sample pack, I'll tell you what you could do too with these, now that I think about it. Let's listen to the last one real quick. You could take them and what, and now I'm not saying you can't do this in other stuff, but in Ableton for sure you could do this. Let's say you like maybe you like this drum, right? You could strip the MIDI from it and then play and then use your own drums to go over the MIDI. So if you like the rhythm of maybe something and you don't know how to play that, which I'm not a drummer, but you could take this into Ableton, convert it into MIDI. Let me empty this trash can. And then you would have the ability to put your own drums. So for me, I won't use this for drums ever. This is just me telling you personally what I would do versus what I won't do. I will not use that for drums unless I'm getting a drum idea and I need a rhythm and I'm trying to learn how to play a certain rhythm. So in other words, if I didn't know how to play bossa nova drums or what that rhythm is like and I'm trying to learn it, I might use that to help me learn it. But I probably wouldn't use an actual drum sample from here to try to play. For me, I wouldn't do it. However, I do enjoy, and you can see I got a bunch of jazz, like Coltrane type stuff. So I do enjoy using it more like a sample. Like for instance, I like these piano. It's in C minor. It's not hard to play this though. But what's cool about it is they add in the embellishments too in it. So you could get an idea from the embellishments to maybe add to your piece by using the MIDI, by separating it to harmony, I think. Convert it to a harmony MIDI in your thing. I can show you guys that later. Not a big deal. So is this valuable? Absolutely. It's just something to get you started. I wouldn't say it's your end all be all. You're definitely going to hear some bad stuff in it and some good stuff. And I'm sure as they progressively work on this, it's going to get better and better. But it's pretty solid right now for what it's worth. My question to them, and this is to Output, the company, I don't know much about them other than this is the first time really I've ever actually messed with their stuff. Where are you getting all these sounds from? Are you taking from somebody else? Or how is this? And maybe I could go to the frequently asked questions and they might tell you. So it says it's a technology that promises to supercharge human creativity. Okay, I agree. It does that very well. How does it work? Type in the prompt. Okay, we know that. It's free right now. Are the stems... Okay, here we go. Are the stems mixes copyright and royalty free? All the stems mixes are copyright and royalty free. See our terms. Let's look, see what they say. So, subscription payments, free trials. Oh, here we go, CoProducer. You may not use the samples, including the user interface, in a manner competitive to Output or its licensors. You may not sell, loan, share, lend, broadcast, rent, lease, assign, distribute, good Lord, everything. Transfer the samples to isolation as individual samples. Or is it? Okay, so based on what I'm reading here, you can't, and this is good. I'm glad they did this because that's going to cut back on the lame stuff where people take a whole sample pack and then try to resell it. So in other words, you can't go in there and take their loop pack, their sample pack, or even the stems themselves and just go sell it to somebody else and say, you know, this is this is a pack I made for you, just because you typed in the words, because that's not your pack. But you can use it in your music, and that's the royalty free part. So that's why it says copyright and royalty free. So I'm super glad they did that, because I hate when people do just like take the stuff and then claim it's theirs when they didn't really even make it. It's one thing if you sat down at the keyboard and you played those sounds, but let's be honest, you didn't do that and try to sell the pack. That's ridiculous. All right. So it's a great thing. You got a prompt, you get packs, you get an opportunity to get samples. It's free. That's the best part of it. And they don't mind you using it to make music, your own music. So feel free to try it out. That's what I say. Output, coproducer.output.com/pack generator. You'll need to create a login to use it, which you'll have to log in and out of to use it. But get in there, create some sample packs that you want to do, that you want to use. And yeah, it'd be fun to see if anybody else comes up with something cool, or if you at least drop it in the comments, hey, I came up with something. And I'm cool if you share your link in the comment too. Like, let's say you have a Spotify, or you have a, what is the other one I use? Brain can't think of what it is. Either way, if you have a place and you want to drop a link to your song, drop it in there. I'd love to listen to it. It'd be fun. See what you came up with. All right. That's it for this video. I'm going to it's over 20 minutes already. I wasn't planning on doing it that long. But check out Output CoProducer, free right now. Enjoy the beta while it's still a beta before they start trying to charge. See if it's something you really like. If you find it useful for you, cool. If you don't, no sweat. Move on to the next thing, right? And that's it for this video. I'm out.